Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual teachers, spiritual elders, to all the saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokoksui Mahaguju Meiling, we thank you for divine light, divine love, guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. Thank you for your compassionate, purifying light and soothing, healing energy in full faith. And so it is. All right, so thank you very much for joining me. So as you can tell, I'm not in my studio. For a lot of you who are with me this morning, yeah, I'm very grateful to be able to use a friend's place to do this Anchor Light meditation, because the power of routine and rituals have helped a lot of you stay on your spiritual path. So I'm very, very grateful. Actually, that was the topic this morning. You might want to read it. A lot of people talk about gratitude, gratitude this, gratitude that, but there are certain things they leave out. And so just watch it, and I think it'll be a realization for a lot of you. Now tonight, I was going through my notes, and one of the stories that really is quite interesting is a Zen story. I go from Chinese proverbs to Zen stories because they're short and they hit you on the head. I like those. I don't like long-winded stories that by the time you're done, it's like, what is this? I'm not here to listen to a novel. If I want a novel, I'll read it. Zen stories like, boom, quick punch. Anyway, so it's about nothingness. So there's this student, again, there's different versions there. You have to realize the Zen stories, sometimes you have the same Zen story told in like 3-4 different times with three or four different people. Okay, so don't get fixated on, no, it's master this or it's sensei this. Don't get fixated. Try to understand the essence or the lesson, okay? So with this one, there's this student. He's very smart. He's very advanced in his Zen practice. So he's gone to several teachers. So he went to this Zen master, and he started showing off, and in front of other students too. He says, nothing really exists. There's no Buddha, there's no student, there's no life, nothing really exists. There's no pain, there's no suffering, there's no joy. What does he say? He said, there's no giving, there's no receiving, nothing exists. Now, while he's going through and on and on and on, the teacher just sat there smoking his, whatever long pipe you see those in Chinese movies, right? Or Japanese, long pipe like this, smoking. And the student kept going and on. Nothing exists, nothing this. And he was so proud of himself. And as he's going, the teacher went like this. He took his pipe, whacked him on the head. And the student goes, what'd you do that for? And the teacher went, I thought nothing exists. So where did this anger come from? That's the story, okay? And there's another version. I saw this in a movie. If you watch it, it's called The Zen Master. It's a Chinese movie that it made into the story of Bodhidharma, the teacher who brought Zen from India, which is Dhyan, into China. It's called Chan. From China, it went to Japan, became Zen, okay? And same thing, Bodhidharma was listening to this student show off, nothing exists, blah, 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 blah. So he smacked him on the head. Why'd you hit me? Well, you said nothing exists, there's nothing. So no one hit you, and no one got hit. Bing, the student had a realization. Okay, I like that story because, for two reasons. One, it just blows my mind that in class you always have, I always wonder why students show up in class sometimes. Where they come to class and talk, okay? When I'm with my teacher, I remember when he was around physically, when he's around, I keep my mouth shut. You don't learn by yakking, you learn by listening. As they say, that's why you have 2 ears and 2 holes and 1 hole here, okay? And so this is talking all the time. Shut up, I'm here to listen to the teacher, not you yakking how smart you are. If you're so smart, why are you here? And so, same thing, Bodhidharma, this guy comes out, nothingness, smack him on the head. What you hit me for? He said, nothing exists, so nothing hit you, nobody got hit. You see, the whole idea here, okay, that's one of the lessons, okay? Pride or let's just say arrogance on the spiritual path is something that we all have to deal with. In fact, my teacher used to say, pride or arrogance, or spiritual pride, as it's called, or self-significance, is the last spiritual weakness a spiritual disciple lets go of. And because the line, the line between self-confidence and pride or negative pride is so fine. When you're so smart, you meditate, you have such clarity, and if you're in the healing field, you have so much energy flowing through, you produce miracles left and right, what happens? Our heads swell. We kind of forgot we're using borrowed energy. It's not mine, it's just flowing through. That's why, one of our favorite prayers is pray of St. Francis. Lord, make me a channel, let me an instrument of your peace. Peace is not coming from me, it's flowing through me. And when a student becomes very intelligent, very powerful, very smart, they don't realize, hello, you're the pipeline. That's why St. Paul said what? I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Through Christ. He didn't say, I am Christ. He said, through Christ. Make sense? The energy is flowing through. So that's part of the lesson for the Zen story. The second lesson is the misunderstanding of what nothing really means. Unfortunately, most people, well, I shouldn't say most, the ones I've dealt with, maybe I'm dealing with the wrong people, that claim they know everything about Buddhism and nothingness. You're right, they know nothing. Because the stuff they're talking about is such, let's just say, interesting. Oh, there's no soul, there's no spiritual self. I once read a blog, not a blog, like a discussion on nothingness. And it's talking about the soul. In Buddhism, there's no soul. Okay, some of you heard this before. It went on and on. And the first question I asked is there's no I, there's no self, so who the heck is typing? Right? So that's when my teacher explained it, and I'll share this with you now so that you have more clarity in this Zen story. It's not just that, he's trying to teach a student a lesson, but the word nothing, literally, no thing, no mass. There's no matter. And what it's describing is exactly that. When you're having your body move around, do stuff, what's being moved? The body. Who's moving it? I am. When you're feeling an emotion, happiness, joy, anger, or whatever feeling that you have, who's the feeler? You said, I am. I'm feeling, I'm creating these feelings. When you think of an apple, a car, a house, a television, or whatever you're thinking of, what are you doing? I am thinking of something. So the I am is the thinker. So the thinker, the feeler, and the mover of the body is not the body, the feelings, or the thoughts. It's just like if I pick up this mobile phone, I'm moving the phone. If the phone is not around, the mover doesn't disappear with it. So who is this I am that's moving, feeling, and thinking? You said, oh, that's the soul, the spiritual self. Exactly. Next question is, what is the soul made of? You cannot define it. You cannot study it. You cannot study it. You cannot manage it. You say, okay, well, it's not made of plastic, steel. It's not made of actually anything. Exactly the point. It's pure energy with no mass, which is, some people go, how is that possible? And that's one of the reasons why I've been studying a lot of quantum mechanics, because quantum mechanics gives you a clue of how to bridge material science, or just say physics, or the material world that we know it and laws that govern it, and spirituality. It's a great bridge. And I've shared this before, and you guys can do your own studies. Some of you probably know more than I do. They say that if you take a box and you extract all the matter out of it, every atom, every molecule, every whatever out of it, even though it's supposed to be a vacuum, it's not a vacuum. It's filled with some substance that permeates the universe, which this guy, who's Mr. Higgs, figured out. That's why it's called the Higgs field. And it's just basically fields, energy fields, no mass, just fields. But as soon as these fields that's flowing through in the entire universe is given a certain attention, or what we call in spirituality individualization, that field starts having the properties of a particle, starts having weight, mass, when he didn't have it before. That's what they call the Higgs boson, and if you guys want to study it. But here's my point. That's what science says, but spirituality has known that for a long time. So in spirituality, the I, the soul, the spiritual self, imagine it's that field, but with consciousness. And as soon as it wants to learn lessons, it individualizes by putting itself into a container called the physical body to be able to move the physical body around and learn lessons. Puts itself in a finer container called the astral body to feel feelings. Put itself in an even finer container, fine as in even not so gross, smaller particles, called the mental body to be able to process data or think. But in all three cases, the spiritual self or the soul is made of this pure energy with no mass. But as it individualizes, this soul, this spiritual self, starts to have the properties of something that has mass. So when that teacher smacked the head of the student and said, oh, if nothing exists, where did the anger come from? He was telling him, look, you have the wrong idea what nothing is. Nothing doesn't mean that there's nothing in the universe. This nothingness is the spiritual self that has consciousness that created that anger when I smacked you. Are you guys understanding this now? Because some of you say, hey, why you were working in one of the videos I posted. Yeah, you're working out, you're working, people listen to exercise music, and you're doing exercises and lifting weights and listening to quantum mechanics. Wasn't that a good way to do it? Your body is being trained, and so is your mind. Two for the price of one. Why wouldn't you do it? Anyway, I know, I'm weird. That's okay. But the more I think about it, I go, that's what my teacher was telling me. He was telling me that's why it's so important for you to experience your true self through meditation. Because only through meditation do you really get to know who you are. And once you get to know who you are the spiritual self, this being of pure energy, then you start to realize this being with consciousness of pure energy is actually part of this universal field that has consciousness. That's what we call God. Oh, so that's what the yogis call oneness. Exactly. That's not super crazy simple. Now, how do you apply it in your everyday life? Exactly the point. Whatever happens in the news, things come and go, right? There's good stuff that happens, there's stuff not good that happens, whatever. But you have to realize all of these are happening outside of the I. It's outside of the spiritual self. Whatever happens, pandemic, wars, and this, everything is happening. It doesn't happen to the soul. It happens to the body when the body gets sick. It happens to the emotion when you get angry or you're happy. It happens to the body when you're healthy and strong. It happens to the mind or your mental faculty when you're processing information. But all of it is happening not to that being made of pure energy. Because that being of pure energy, the spiritual self, is simply using the body, the emotions, and thoughts to respond to what's going on. So when I watch people go crazy over, you name it, they go crazy over it, right? I watch them and go, this person really allowed their emotional body to take over. And I watch somebody, they're overthinking stuff, and then now they cannot sleep. This person allowed their mental body to take over. Then I look at somebody who's addicted to, let's say, smoking, addicted to some drugs. I go, the desires of the body took over. Get the idea? In other words, in all these cases, they have spiritual amnesia. They forgot that the spiritual self is the one who moves the body, feels, or what you could create the feelings, create these thoughts. And that spiritual self is made of nothing. So when the teacher smacks you in the head and says, oh, nothing exists, you're kind of right, but you're also wrong. That nothing is not the nothing that most people think, oh, I remove stuff from a box, there's nothing there. No. It's talking about the spiritual self is the real nothing. Hence, you have yogis, monks meditating on nothingness. And I remember watching this, I know, I do this for emotional, activating the astral body. So now and then some of you watch Korean movies, right? Korean, what do you call these things? Teledramas. I watch them. Very interesting, activates the heart chakra. And there's this particular show where there's this warrior, he became immortal. I love those movies. He's a span of 800-900 years. And And the great being says, because you have killed so many people, made them suffer, so your karma is to be alive and not die and witness people live and die after you and before you, and so on, so on, so on, so on. But if you do this certain thing, learn to love unconditionally, like Beauty and the Beast, right? Then you will be able to return to nothingness. I remember watching this. Of course, it's a translation. And I thought about it. You see, they know what nothingness is. Because they say, instead of having to suffer for so many lifetimes, if you do this, you do that, you learn to love. Now, don't ask me the title. I'm not here to gossip about what Korean movies to watch, okay? It's just I listen to go, they know the meaning of nothingness. Because they say, after you've done this, which is work out the particular karma, then you can go back to nothingness, go into nothingness. You go, there you go. They get the idea. But here's the thing though. If leaving the body is liberation, going to nothingness, it's as simple as, why did this nothingness with consciousness, the spiritual self, so dumb, get imprisoned in a body that gets sick in the first place? Right? And that's an obvious question. You could ask somebody with pure logic, if getting out is great, why'd you go there in the first place? And that's where we have to do more deeper meditation, spiritual practice to understand individualization. Individualization means the soul is pure energy, one with all. But to learn certain lessons, to evolve to a higher frequency, to be able to grasp higher dimensions, it has to learn lessons. In order to learn lessons, it needs to plunge into the lower worlds, individualize, and actually have atoms, molecules, and a body, right? And feelings and thoughts interact with a physical, earthly life. Be happy, be sad, be tormented, be joyful, and then whatever data it extracts, it learns, becomes part of its essence. When it returns to nothingness, that nothingness is also learned by them, and the sense of oneness is also shared with all. That's what you call the Akashic records. Yeah. Some people talk about Akashic records. I read the Akashic records. I'm going, okay, namaste. I don't say anything. Most people that maybe I'm talking to the wrong people, but I read the Akashic records. Really? Do you know what the heck you're talking about? The question is, can you even reach that frequency? Because people say it. But the Akashic record is the record of this nothingness being. And in order to read someone else's Akashic records, you better have access to your own records. As we always say, you won't know what's on the 5th floor if you've never been to the 5th floor. So most people, when they say Akashic records, it's not the real essence of the soul. Because if it's really the essence of the soul, the reader has to have full access to their own records of all those lifetimes in order to read someone else's. At least that's what I was taught. But then again, it depends on your standard. Some people, they're just happy they can give you a reading. They're already reading Akashic record. So it depends on your standard. It's just the way I was taught is like, when you say Akashic records, it's the record of the higher soul. Anyway, that's for another day. All right? So that leads us to the meditation. Why do we always do meditation twin hearts? And this week we're going to be at UPW, which Unleash the Power Within with Tony Robbins. If you haven't signed up yet, you better. It's a fantastic course. I've been to it at least 3 times. Not just as a presenter. I actually went through it. It's life-changing. Okay? And on Sunday, we'll do meditation twin hearts. And I remember asking Tony, what meditation? He always says, meditation twin hearts. What did my teacher say? My teacher said, teach meditation twin hearts. The question is why? Because everybody wants to experience that oneness. Everybody wants to experience that nothingness. There are many paths to that the top of that mountain. One of the fastest ways is through love, through the heart. I know some of you goes, yeah, that's pretty foreign coming from you. I know, it's a miracle by itself. For me, the way I approach life, everything is like, burst through it, use your will. However, that's why it took so long. Then a lot of people, I know, like some of you know my colleague, Master Nona, she's very loving, it's like a walking heart chakra. I talk to her, she has access to information. She's just talking to her, I bliss out and go, how come I don't do that? And then I realized what my sister said before. Using the heart, using love is faster. If you use your will, it's like, break down this barrier, break down this barrier. You can get there. It's like climbing a mountain. You can go up. If you use love, it's like you're filled with so much love, it's just like you're floating up to the mountain. So that's why meditation twin hearts is the magic. So when we do meditation twin hearts, your heart gets stimulated, your crown gets stimulated, right then and then you have a strong spiritual connection. When you have that spiritual connection, a lot of you, that's your comment. Yeah, I don't feel my butt on the chair, I don't feel anything, I don't see anything, sense anything, I'm just there. But it feels so blissful. Exactly. You're experiencing nothingness. Coming together now? All right, let's do it. Take your left hand, tap the center of your chest. Take your right hand, tap your crown. Put your hand like this. Actually, put your hand this way first. Be aware of your crown and your heart. I am that. I'm not the body, I'm not the emotion, I'm not the thoughts, I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am that. The soul, the spiritual self. That nothingness. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God, meaning we're all still growing. I am one with God, I am one with all. There's only oneness. Just be still. We are one. Our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. There's only oneness. Now open your hands in blessing. Be aware of your heart, be aware of your hands. Imagine beautiful pink light flowing from your hands and filling the entire earth. Be aware of your heart in your hands. Feel your family, your friends, your relatives. Let it spread to the city, state, country. Let it fill the entire earth. Lord, or the universal spirit, whatever your name that you would like to use, make me an instrument of your peace, a channel of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. May my heart, my soul, my mind, my being be filled with love and with peace. And I share it with every person, every being on earth. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's any anger within me towards anyone, to whoever I've hurt, I humbly ask for your forgiveness. To all who have hurt me, we are all children of God. We're all growing and evolving, and evolution involves time, process, and mistakes. I've learned from mine, so can you. Let my soul be filled with forgiveness. And as I forgive others, may I also be forgiven. So be it. So be it. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. Think of people you know who are going through difficult times in their life. There's so many who are suffering from physical, emotional, mental imbalances, ailments. Many are going through financial issues. Visualize their lives turning around and getting better by blessing them with hope and with faith and a better life. So be it. Let my soul be filled with hope and faith. And as I share this with every person, every being, may all be blessed with hope and faith and a better life. On all levels, so be it. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. Darkness is the absence of the spiritual light. And it actually means the ignorance that we are beings of this light, this substance with no mass, just pure consciousness. So bless every person, every being on earth with spiritual light, the realization that their true essence is pure energy or nothing. And this nothingness is part of the universal ocean of consciousness we call God. So it is. And where there is sadness, let me sow joy. May every person, every being on earth blessed with peace, with love, with the spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, light and joy. So be it. So be it. So be it. Now be aware of your heart, take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown, exhale. One more time, be aware of your heart, take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown and exhale. One more time, lift the loving energy from your heart up to the crown. Exhale and stay there. Your crown is filled with so much golden light. Let that golden light flow down through your hands and fill your family, the people you work with, the city, the country, surrounding countries, and the entire earth. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May my soul be filled with love, with peace, and kindness. And I share this with every person, every being on earth. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Now be aware of your heart and your crown simultaneously. Take a deep breath. Exhale, imagine beautiful golden light just pouring out of our hands, even brighter than before, filling the earth. Let it permeate throughout the atmosphere, the land, the sea, the people, the animals. Let it permeate deep into the earth. Let this golden light permeate to every dimension. From the center of the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being. May every person, every being on earth be blessed. May all beings in every dimension and every direction be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace. Let my soul be filled with inner peace. Let all be blessed with inner peace. Let all be blessed with understanding, with harmony, goodwill, and especially the willingness to do good. So be it. May all be blessed with peace, love, and kindness. With inner peace, inner healing, may all be blessed with goodwill and especially the willingness to do good. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Now, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just be still. Just be still. The stillness allows the blessings to flow through us. Many of you have asked for blessings for different parts of the world. So you can focus the energy on the country you had in mind. Afghanistan, Iran, Venezuela, Colombia, Haiti, Africa, the United States of America, China, Philippines. There's so many places that these blessings are so badly needed. Let's just do our small part of just sharing this love, light, and healing to all these places. By being still, the energy flows through us unimpeded. Just let it flow through us. Blessings be to all. So be it, so be it, and so it is. Now lower your hands on your lap. Keep your tongue on your palate. Be still. A few inches above your head, just imagine a beautiful golden flame just floating up there. The image of the flame doesn't have to be clear. Just know it's there. That is your true essence. Just like a light. Remember who you are and your true essence, a being of pure energy and light. And just say, I am that. Be aware of your heart. Send a stream of love from your heart up to the crown and into that golden flame. The golden flame is getting brighter and brighter. Be still. You're not the body, you are the soul. You're not any of your emotions, you are the soul. You're not any of your thoughts, you are the soul. The soul, the spiritual self, that is your true nature. Be still. Be still. Be aware of that inner stillness. And through that stillness, experience that pure nothingness that is you. Just pure energy. Be still. Tune into it. We'll increase the frequency. Let go. Just let whatever happens, happens. Let go and let things be. Now. Let go. Allow your consciousness to be immersed in this universal ocean of light, universal ocean of divine love. Let go. Now. Be still. Gently, very slowly, very gently and slowly. Come back to your physical body. Gently move your fingers, move your toes. Your fingers and toes are the farthest away from your crown. So as you move them, it allows the soul to penetrate deeper into your body. Okay, raise your hands. We'll release the excess energy. Visualize the people you love. Fill them with beautiful golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. May all be blessed. So be it. So be it. Now be aware of your feet and the base of your spine. Project golden light down into the earth. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed. Let every person, every being, let every creature, every creation of God be blessed, be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to all, means all, period. May all be blessed. So be it. And so it is. Let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme One, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. We thank you for your immense blessings. To my teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahagujimai, thank you in full faith. So it is. All right. Leave me some comments, especially the one in Instagram, because the minute you turn it off, you disappear. Okay? I don't get to see your comments. If you're sensitive, you might have noticed we cranked up the energy a little more. You see, this field, this ocean of fields in the universe, what the scientists at this point just simply call quantum flux field, Higgs field. I think part of it, they have not yet realized that this energy, this field, has consciousness. They don't know it's conscious. They just think of it, okay, we studied these just fields. Like, you take a magnet, right? North and south, north and north, south and south. You notice if it's north and north, right, it repels. North and south, or south and north, it attracts. But they don't realize that this field, this universal field, has consciousness. Just wait a little bit, the scientists will figure it out. And then everything will explode. You realize, wow, that means every particle in the universe, every field in the universe, when you put your attention to it, it becomes a particle, then it has a certain level of consciousness and awareness. So when you get the realization that you and I are this spiritual self of pure nothingness, and you can literally dive in and out of this universal ocean of consciousness, then by location, this location, whatever location, is no big deal. Because whether you like it or not, we're already existing in all these places at the same time. I think that's too much for you. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. We will see you Friday for Anchor the Light meditation. Again, please leave me some comments. A lot of comments would be great. Let me know if this is freaking you out, it's too much for you. Regardless, we'll keep doing it. And I think that's it. All right, thank you very much for joining me. And wherever you are in the world that's watching, go to your Pranic Healing Center. The teachings of my teacher, Master Chokok Sui, are simple, they're easy to learn, they're pragmatic. That's what I love about it. We can space out as much as we like, boom, but we can do a good landing and take that energy to improve our lives and the lives of others. So, Namaste, everyone. You all take care, and we will see you